Starting Erlich seemed nice. Ironclad struggles to actually have 3 cards. Guardian's generally not that bad for Ironclad. My deck had this pretty impressive thing where it didn't have any defensive cards in it yet because I hadn't been offered any. And it also failed to deal 40 damage in the first 2 turns. Which, like, if you do the math, it's kind of hard to have both of those things be true. Just gonna take a gamble. Like, I had an exploding pot, so if I just played 6 strikes, that would have been enough. Is that true? It's almost true. Moody Penguin. Sneaky Strike makes sense. I already have a calculated gamble. I already have 2 basics removed. Take a leg sweep. I could use some damage. It's funny. But I think this game is appropriate for genius kindergartners. I'm not sure I'm the person to ask what's appropriate for genius kindergartners. I am neither a genius kindergartner nor a person who knows any. I don't know, I think that was kind of funny when I said I need more damage and then I immediately upgraded 2 defense at that event. I enjoyed it. I laughed. I think with the potion we're good for this. It's a decent approach, J-Slice. It's never enough, right? 22, 23 plus 9 poison. Got us one short. Still fine. Gamble it up? I think. I can buy this and be re-short the fire pod. I'm probably gonna buy it. Like, that's a lot of cards. Could also buy a fire pot and then I could kill an elite. Might be better. Gotta kill Hexaghost somehow. Let's look for a Hexaghost killer. Need like a terror. Just trying to work out how Hexaghost dies still. Might be a long Hexaghost fight. Kinda wanna take Infinite Blades. Maybe I should. Okay. Choke costing one would be an extremely good card. Certainly be better. One is arguably less than two. I'm of the opinion that Fumes is enough to beat Hexaghost here. I'm not sure I want this on my next shuffle. Because I want to draw block cards this turn. Chad did. Alright, sentries weren't too bad. One cool thing about Slay the Spire is you get to play cards. God, yeah, I love that about this game. Love that about this game. Terror probably does it. Thanks for the $10 donation, Coach. Appreciate it. Not sure that will help much against Hexaghost, but I mean, we'll see. This is a uniquely poor draw. Maybe it's not too bad to take 3 damage and go below 24 here, though. Love this song, Losing My 30-Day Challenge. That's not what this song is called. It's kind of tempting to take the Bouncing Flask, to be honest. I can take Concentrate, but I'm kind of just carrying it until I get better energy. I have an Expertise. Okay, I guess I can just take it then. He's gonna... The unbuzzed bee. Unfortunately, that is not Apotheosis. Wonder if I have enough card draw for 4th energy right now. I'm sure I'd take it if it's offered. Hexaghost is halfway dead on turn 2. That's a neat trick. Terror, a strong card. Apparently. Now we slow down. The deck is gummed up with burns. And also because I kind of got Drew at the start of the fight, to be honest. Kinda got a little bit lucky, maybe. Without Terror, this would have been pretty hard. I am, Pyramid seems good. Makes the concentrate pick up real good. No flawless. Probably yeah, but like I have a Centennial puzzle, so you know. Feels like this can kill next turn. Doesn't even really need to. This keeps Happy Flower though, which is good. I don't think I need another Sneaky Strike. Do I need a Crippling Cloud? It is a non-awful Crippling Cloud. I think I'll skip it though. That's a great point, Word Square. So this Spire having a pretty good sale on Steam right now. Really? What's the discount? Give me the deets. I don't remember Slay the Spire being on sale, like ever. Has Slay the Spire gone on sale before? Must have, but I don't remember it happening. Would it be harder to upgrade Calculated Gamble 100 times than kill the heart 100 times? Do I have to play the characters that aren't silent? It's a lot harder if I have to play the characters that aren't silent. You recommended to another streamer earlier this year when it was on sale. Oh. Well then. I guess I just, like, have no ability to remember things happening. I can only play Defect and have to upgrade Calculated Gamble 100 times. That sounds pretty difficult. It definitely sounds pretty difficult. It's going on roughly 60% off sale 13 times in the past 2 years, about once every 2 months. It's the game that, like, was never on sale that I played. Wasn't there one? Am I losing my mind? Fuck. I'm losing my mind. RimWorld. Factorio. Ah, okay. Yeah, those are, like, somewhat similar to Slay the Spire. I mean, not really, but kind of a little bit. Poker never goes on sale? That's not really true. They give you sign-up bonuses for poker. That's how they get you. I do feel maybe terror is important to this deck, based on my ability to kill these enemies. Or inability, maybe, would be a better thing to say. Happy Flower on 0. I'm a very fair player. I wouldn't want to put it on a different number. I can rest after the fight, I guess? I'm not taking a decay. Fuck that. Duplicating Acro Plus seems pretty good. Duplicating Calculated Gamble Plus also seems pretty okay. I think this is actually slightly better. Man, that's such a bad starting hand. Both bottled, yeah. Yeah, it turns out that's not actually a thing you want. But who knew? Not getting weakened is nice. Thanks, Calculated Gamble. I can't discard? So, to make sure that I win this fight, I'm gonna hold on to Concentrate so I can discard wounds. That looks like the double potion got me through Slayers, which is the goal with the double potion. I suppose. At least Smoothstone seems decent. Don't want another Sneaky Strike. Don't think I want a Bouncing Flask. Bouncing Flask isn't terrible. Maybe I do want another. Well, another. Maybe I want a first Bouncing Flask. I'm gonna go no. It feels like right now, the type of damage that I want is different from that. Hey, Bowie. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. No promises. I could get Yaxed. That seems probably better. I have a power? I have a well-hate plans. Lol. I have a power potion. I think Silent generally has a tough time in Act 2 out of all the characters. I don't know. Silent's pretty good at setting up good turn ones, which is a lot of succeeding in this act. So I don't think I would say that. That was just pretty. That was just pretty. I got a bottled tornado for my well-laid plans. Not sure I need that right now. I think I might be skipping that one. Step into the shower on the side of the shower head or the opposite side. I don't have a choice in my place. I have to step in on the opposite side because of how the bathroom's set up. So, I can answer your important question, but I'm not sure that my answer is actually as important as you'd like it to be, I guess. Do I ever nightmared well-laid plans? Almost certainly. Spice, spice, spice. How do you get into the shower from the side with the shower head? I think, like, from the side of the shower, but next to the shower head. That was my reading on that. What is Advent Skynet up to these days? Sitting on the floor of the other office in my house, waiting for me to order a new motherboard. Vroom. Silent goes vroom. I definitely don't like turn the water on while I am where the water would hit. If that's what the question is. That is frightening behavior. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Zhang. Super elite down, I guess. How about an Envenom? Sure doesn't seem like the best Envenom ever, but I kind of need something. And I do have a Mummified hand. I have 22 real cards. It's not like I'm really going to go infinite here. Let's take the Envenom. I think I remove Strike over Defend. I don't have any intention to ever play either of those cards in this deck, but Defend procs Escape Plan, so... The shower in our apartment has ceased hot water production. Sorry to hear that. I haven't had any hot water problems in this house yet, which is nice. It's definitely not a given. Should be able to kill this next turn. I would like the album. Kaleidoscope Machine by Katie Costello. Oh wait. It is placed in my brain. No promises. I stopped taking damage. It's kind of neat, right? I feel like Concentrate upgrade is not necessarily helpful when I have an Expertise and a Runic Pyramid. I think I'm going to upgrade Expertise, which feels very strange. I think I'm doing it. I win! My deck lacks Kapow. Kapow or Kaboom? Very different things. Are you sure it's Kapow? Je ne sais quoi? This type of fish, yeah? Jacques Cousteau. Jacques Cousteau is a type of fish. Whoops. You're so confused and don't understand the joke. Oh, it's just not a good joke. Don't worry about it. It would be generous to even call that a joke. How does this feel about Grand Finale? I can definitely use Grand Finale. It doesn't look particularly like it needs to for any reason. Maybe damage against Time Meter could use Grand Finale. It's being offered Grand Finale. We take it? I've got a couple too many calculated gambles for it to go off really consistently, but I'll take it. I haven't had a Grand Finale for a while. These spicy games on Steam sale right now. I've heard a game called Slay the Spire is on Steam sale at the moment. Well, I guess it's pretty good. I don't know. It's been solid so far for the one turn that it's been in the deck. Makes Envenom kind of bad. Slay the Spire sounds pretty eh. It is a Spire-like, yeah. Slay the Spire is a Spire-like. Arguably the Spire-like. I want to take the Blade Dance. It's not actually good, right? There's no actual reason to take it. Among Us is 25% off. You have to pay for that game? Sorry. I paid for that game? Don't know how I feel about that. Don't lie, you had fun. I did have fun. It's true. I'm still surprised I paid for it. Delicious looking sundial. Alright. We have an entirely empty deck with just Grand Finale and Unceasing top. Imagine like waking up in a field somewhere with an entirely empty deck except for Grand Finale and Unceasing top. I would be so confused. What's going on? What have I been doing? Should get a dagger throw, probably. Dagger throw would be nice right now. Got a great hand. There is an XCOM Ultimate Collection selling for $16 instead of $146. That's cool. Oh, it's like the capitalism holiday. That's why there's a sale and shit. Oh, okay, I get it now. I was kind of confused. Why is everyone talking about a sale? I was wondering. Don't worry about it, I'm just like an alien or something. Are there non-capitalism holidays? Yeah, I think so. Right? Feels like it. Neutralize just Delta 11? Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day is a capitalism holiday. I'm sorry. I wish. I wish. Martin Luther King Day. Okay, I haven't seen a lot of marketing around Martin Luther King Day. You might be onto something with that one. Oh! Labor Day is not in May to distract from the event it memorializes. Presumably it's not in May because it's more convenient for businesses to have employees take time off in a different month. That'd be my assumption, at least of American Labor Day. Man, if I keep on upgrading, like, card draw and eventually the tacticians, I'll probably win, right? Maybe keep the backflip. Roos! Thank you very much for the 6 months! All the bad kids get coal, and the good kids get coal too because profit margins are higher for billionaires. Yeah, but they get coal that's like branded as a positive thing. So it's good actually. No, it's good actually, trust me. I believe that was turn 1 of the Reptomancer fight. So there's a dagger throw. I don't know, do I need a dagger throw? I'm not convinced I actually need a dagger throw. Don't think I need an eviscerate at this point, do I? It certainly feels like it's an okay card. Maybe to beat the time meter, I take a Noxious Fumes for that. A Noxious Fumes and an Envenom for that fight. They are among the worst Noxious Fumes plus Envenom pairing I've ever seen in my life. But they may win. Is it dead? Oh, I missed. No! No! Oh. Stupid, sexy silent. It's okay. It turns out that there will be another chance this turn. We take a bouncing flask to make this really easy. I guess the heart fate exists. Maybe I take bouncing flask so that I can put 200 poison on the heart. That could kind of make sense here. Hey, Truskies. No, the deck's not infinite. It's lots, though. It's definitely lots. Would you call this a jam or a jelly? When I grew up, things were jams, but in America, it seems that people call them jellies. I think I would be as happy as I am today if I had pursued a career as a League of Legends streamer. Sure, why not? This is a compote. Understood. Silly me. Silent. Jelly is made with fruit juice. Jam is made with fruit mashed up. Okay, but that was a song, so I'm not sure how fruit is just relevant in general for our current situation. Since I am Aussie adjacent, have I had Vegemite? Aussie adjacent, have I had Vegemite? Never say that to a New Zealander again. Like, you're just in very sketchy terrain there. Have I thought about what the monsters think about as I turn one them? Probably like the holidays at the moment, I imagine. Kind of on everyone's mind, right? Anyone have big plans? How much to do a banner run? $2,000? Maybe? Should I take Eviscerate? I don't think so. No. I decided I was doing the poison shit, right? Thank God this guy is kicking my ass so quickly. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna upgrade Fumes because I want to be able to beat Time Meter more easily. Americans are Mexican adjacent. Yep. New Zealand and Australia are not adjacent. Like, unless you think water doesn't have anything in it. I don't know. Distance between Australia and New Zealand. They're 2.5 thousand miles apart. I'm not sure if that's like center to center or not. Similar to saying the US is adjacent to Venezuela. What's the width of Australia? Australia is 2.5 thousand miles wide. Australia is about the same width as the US. Adjacent just means they share a border. Again, we seem to be taking some liberties with our understanding of what the sea is. Sorry. Sorry, I'm okay. Australia and New Zealand actually have basically a completely open borders agreement. I suppose the US is adjacent to Australia too then, because like airports. There's a certain like functional approach to understanding connection in the world within which this makes a lot of sense, honestly. What is the most unexpected thing that I am adjacent to? Cat. That's true. Britney Spears. Has Britney Spears streamed on Twitch? She will. It's only a matter of time. No one can escape this website forever. Sasha Grey streams on Twitch, it's true! I don't know, I have like... I find it kind of weird that... Like, as far as I know, and I won't say that I'm a particularly frequent watcher of Sasha Grey's Twitch channel. She like just like plays video games and shit and like talks to people, which is like what everybody else does on Twitch. So I find it a bit weird that people are like, oh, it's so weird, it's Sasha Grey. It's like human being playing video games. I don't know. Anyway, my hot take. Decided to play Sneaky Strike instead of Grand Finale there because... I don't know. What if Grand Finale lost damage every time it was played for the entire run? It would be like better flavor, right? I think so. Like the end of Lord of the Rings. You don't want to have too many grand finales. You can always tell if it's boss 1 or 2 from the floor number. On floor 50 you fight boss 1, and on floor 51 you fight boss 2. I forgot to do this. That's fine. It's fine, I guess. Wallbank does grant 12 gold between boss battles. The main reason why people playing on Ascension 20, it's an easier difficulty than the other ones. That 12 gold can go a long way. Oops. Especially if you combine it with a membership card. Yep. Yeah, correct. I have proc Centennial puzzle. Inauspicious. Golden Idol doesn't increase small bank output. Golden Idol increases gold dropped by enemies only, so you don't get more from like old coin or small bank or whatever. Would be too OP. Exactly. This would be a great turn to have a piercing wail at the end of stage 1 of the fight. Yeah. Whoops. Love that Void is still on my deck too. This high octane gameplay. Are we basically just Simone Biles? I don't think I could, no. No, I think she's more impressive than this. Relatively confident. It's a lot of voids. Not playing that piercing wail was a poor choice. Who knew? It is Time Eater. Nice. Think about duplicating potion on fumes. There's not really anything that I would duplication pot against the heart that makes sense. Okay. Perfect Centennial Puzzle into Grand Finale. I needed to draw 5 cards. Not sure if you noticed that or not. Centennial Puzzle hadn't procced exactly the same thing would have happened. So perfect is maybe stretching it, but maybe that's what you're saying. That's probably what you're saying. Damn. Was one of those jokes people make? I don't know, I've spent a lot of time with Twitch chat. Twitch and I have spent a lot of time together. Imayashi! I have 0 piercing whales. That's not very many piercing whales. It's fewer than I started with, even. Don't do it, time meter. Gosh, that's a big number. This puts me at 3? Nine times 3 seems survivable. Am I trying to kill this turn? I don't think so. Looking at the draw pile seems sensible. Wait. Happy Flower wants to be on a different number? Kind of rude. Would have been a nice grand finale. Would have had some chutzpah. That's not how you say that. Chutzpah. It's like that, right? I can't do the throat thing. Yak Ring, how are you? It's very upsetting that I can't buy Apotheosis and Speed Potion. Very upsetting. I'm upset. Can you tell that I'm upset? I'm so upset. I think it's Apotheosis. I have 3 backflips that upgrade. And then it's the Tactician upgrades too, which seem kind of huge. The escape plan upgrades are kind of huge. One of the acros still needs an upgrade. I don't know, it's close. It's really close. Apotheosis versus Anchor plus Speed Potion. The thing is, the Ancient Pot blocks a vulnerable anyway, so I'm still getting value out of it. I think it's Apotheosis. Just the concentrate upgrade's pretty good. Yeah, keep going. Can I do that against the heart? It's gotta be after image, right? It's gotta be after image. It's cool. Happy Flower's living its best life, don't worry about it. Oh, so easy. So fucking easy. Bum, 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 bum. I want to stack as much poison as possible here. Probably should have played Ascender's Bane before Expertise. Oops. Oh, come on, Duck. This is not an appropriate time for you to break. Good. I don't think I play it. Eh. Wanted to clear hand space. Problem is now Envenom doesn't work. That it sinks to the 56 months. Rubik, I have played the game before. Possibly more than you. And the channel does say no backseating. We're certainly trying to kill in 3 turns. Should I play Piercing Wow? I might want that. I've had a lot of these recently, haven't I? Yeah. Playing Bouncing Flask is a bit tricky, unfortunately. It does cost a lot of energy. Does it say true infinite? No. Does not. At least I don't think it is. I'd be surprised if it was. Last time I had a pocket watch to count this turn, with a comparable deck, I got to 400 and something. It's kind of weird because I don't need to do this time. Like I could just end turn on one. But it does seem right, you know? Heart will die of old age. What do the actuarial tables look like? Turns out I don't need Piercing Wail. Wait, do I need Piercing Wail? Shit, I hope not. Let's see. Defend, 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 survivor, neutralize, sneaky strike, concentrate, glass knife, tactician, bouncing flask, that's 12. The question is, can I ever arrive at a hand with 10 of those cards? Given that I get to discard them with acro as I'm drawing them. I'm not sure it's actually possible for me to end up with that hand. Well, a hand composed of those 10 cards. I think it might not be. If you break up with someone, isn't it like kind of okay for them to do things with somebody else? Isn't that like the thing about breaking up? I'm not sure I quite understand the plot of this song. We seem very upset at a man for what appears, as far as I can tell, to be completely reasonable behavior. She wants him back. Yeah, well, I maybe have some sympathy for his side of the situation. Human emotion doesn't make a lot of sense a lot of the time. That's why you became a potato. What sort of potato are you? Russet? What are the red ones called? Are they russet? Wait, that's it? It's dead already? LMFAO. Lamau. Lamafau. Well played, Heart. I have a grocery delivery outside my door. Let me go grab it. It doesn't have any frozen stuff, but I still shouldn't leave it outside my door all day. I will eat RB.